Hi class, this is Professor McGee, and I would like to tell you about some of the nuts and bolts of discussion boards and assignments. Discussion boards are really an important part of your grade, and I want everybody to be super clear on my expectations because they're probably, they might differ from what you've experienced before in an online course. So when it comes to discussion boards, first I encourage you to it's on the syllabus, obviously, how the grading is done, but I also just spelled it out directly on this course information page. And here are all of the grading and how it's all broken down. So one of the most important things to understand are the due dates. So for this course, okay, so sometimes at the end, if something happens, like we have to sort of change something, I might have to tweak a due date. But for the most part, you can count on Thursday, Sunday deadlines. If there's a discussion board assignment, you have until Thursday to do your posting, and then you have until Sunday, and it's at midnight, Thursday midnight, Sunday midnight to respond to 2 classmates. You also need to respond to me. You have a little bit of extra time to do that. I normally evaluate and grade discussion boards on Wednesday. So let's just say the weekend or let's just say you really posted early and you responded to other people who posted early. And so maybe because you were going away for the weekend, that's fine. But you still need to reply to me and let me know that you saw my comments. I reply to every single student in every single discussion board. I'm very interested in your thoughts, and I hope that you're interested in mine. And I might ask you a question. I might ask you to elaborate on something. And you should do that. Or if it's just, you just want to acknowledge that you read it, you can just say thank you. Or I saw it. I saw your comments. Thank you. That's all you have to do. But that's worth 5 points. Okay? And the other thing about discussion boards is you cannot post late. Once Sunday has come and gone, you are not permitted to make a new post, and you're not permitted to respond to other students. For partial points, you can send me or you can post just your initial your initial posting, but you're not permitted to get points, and obviously you'd be considered late, but at least you'd be getting some points. The other most important thing to know about discussion board grading is that you are expected, obviously, to post on time, and then you are expected to use the course resources. Every week, we don't have a textbook. I supply the readings. This looks like a lot. It's really not that much reading when you line everything up. It's very short readings, web-based, or sometimes I put in the PDFs. And I don't think I have any PDFs on this one. This week, there's also a SlideShare, and there's also a short video. So when you do your first posting on discussion board, you must at least refer to two of the resources in your answer. You don't have to do that in your reply to your classmates, but you do have to have a substantive response. You can't just say, oh, I agree. You need to really write like a paragraph or two, extend the point, make a point. Obviously, it is good if you want to say something that has to do with the resources. But your first response, unless I'm asking you purely for your personal opinion throughout this whole course, in your discussion boards, and also doing then your reading responses, you must refer to the readings and resources that I provide. I also want to show you too, this is a reading response. So we don't have many of these kinds of assignments, but there are a few. But I expect like a half page to a page for each one, again, using your resources. This is just a reading response. This is due on and before midnight Sunday. That's the pattern we follow through the whole course. Discussion board, your first posting Thursday, and then your responses and any other assignment that is due will be due on Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. That's the pattern we follow throughout the whole entire course, and it doesn't change. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, and actually you can use this form here, ask your instructor. This is for stuff that wouldn't be personal. Obviously, you don't want to tell me, some kind of personal crisis or issue happening here, but you can just ask a really simple, thing like, any kind of question that you want. And I subscribe to this, so I get an email right away, so I get back to you really quickly. Or you can always feel free to reach out to me via email, and you can actually even call me. Sometimes students do that, and I actually really like it. So, so that's the nuts and bolts of assignments and discussion boards.